Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. Welcome to a unique reading. I know I like to say that most of my readings are special and off the beaten track, but this is something completely new, something in which I am experimenting with. I recently learned about the practice of occultomancy or acutomancy, which is a fancy word to say reading with the use of needles. It's a practice that Romani people or gypsy travelers have been doing for centuries. It's part of their folklore, of their heritage. I also have some Romani blood in my family on my father's side from my great-grandmother. And I just thought that combining my heritage together with this practice would be something unique to bring to the table, literally to this table, my divination table. So what does this involve? Reading with needles basically means that we are going to be looking at energetic patterns created by needles and their positions. And you see here placed in front of you a variety of needles that I selected for this specific reading. We have here some gold eye needles. You see that they have the eyelet is golden and the rest is silver. Some weaving needles. It's the first time I lay my hands on such needles. I don't have weavers in my family, but I love the shape. The crescent moon shape is gorgeous. And we also have here some silver eye needles, a selection of them. I chose a pack with variety. They are thicker or thinner. And I also have these fascinating looking T-shaped needles. They're a little bit thicker, but I just thought it would be something quite fascinating to see how they play out, what patterns they make. I also have here two protective devices. I don't know exactly how you call these in English. Maybe you guys can help me in the comments below. We call them degetare in Romanian, so it's kind of like fingerlets. And one of them you put it like this on your finger, and the other one you actually put it on the top of your finger to push needles or to protect yourself when you're trying to take a needle out. So I have these as well. It looks a little bit cyborg-like, I'm going to admit. It's kind of cool. I like it. I feel like it fits with my jewelry. But I may be using these as well, depending on how the needles are falling and what I need to do with them. I have a scissor here so I can open these packages. As you guys see, I'm doing this with you together. I just thought it would be great to participate in this together. And the thing is that there are two ways in which you can practice occultomancy or needle reading. You can throw the needles in a bowl of water. And I thought of that idea, but I don't think that it will be so easily caught on camera. I think that the patterns are going to be a little bit more difficult to discern. If you remember the hydromancy reading that I did for you guys a while ago, the one with the color paints worked better than the one just like that, just reading in a bowl of water. I found that to be a bit more difficult. So what I decided to do is to go for reading in flower. So we are going to be, or better said, I am going to use flower to use as a shaping ground for the patterns. And I have here this is called grania, făină de grâu albă și superioară pentru cozonac. It's 1 kilogram of refined flour that you can use to bake a special cake that we call cozonac and that we usually eat around holidays, like for Christmas especially, but you know, it's delicious. You can have it all year round, although it's a little bit fattening, so I don't recommend it on a daily basis. And it can be a little bit dry. You have to have it with some milk or yogurt. Okay, so here are the objects. Oh God. I'm not sure if I should put a warning sign or something. Like, be careful, don't do this at home. I'm only doing this here for you, but don't try this at home. Needles can be dangerous. I don't want you guys to accidentally stab yourselves. So just as a little disclaimer, As I said, it's the first time I'm doing something like this, so I have no idea how it's going to play out. I also have no idea if I'm going to see patterns. I want to just record this live as we go and participate in the magic. I want you guys to also maybe tip in and help me out in case you see certain things that I'm not able to see. Comment down below and let me know. I thought of making this a live, but I don't really have the best live streaming program, so I think that using my better camera is actually the better way to go. Now the problem is that there is some debris that fell from when I opened the packages, so I'm going to have to do my best and gently move the needles away. With needles you always have to move very slowly, don't make brisk movements. I get this training from my cats. It's the same with cats. You have to be very careful and not make loud noises around them, mostly because you risk startling them and then they end up scratching you, and you know, you have to repair the relationship. Okay, the table is a little bit more clean right now. I don't know if I should use, yeah, let's just use all of them. Come on, let's go all in. And also these ones. I'm not sure, I think this is caught with an elastic, or it has a special way of opening itself up. I am in the habit of breaking packages. I'm terrible with also wrapping, gift wraps and other things of that nature. I always destroy them, so it's kind of like it's hard to reuse them afterwards. I've gotten better in time, but yeah. Should this be enough? I feel I shouldn't use all of them, because then it may be that we are only going to get some T-shaped patterns in the flower. I also have here a pendulum, the pendulum that I'm using on my Ouija board, or Ouija board. And I thought I would bring it in just in case if we feel like we need an additional pattern to be created in the flower. Okay, so we have the needles over there, and now I'm going to spread the flower on the table. Let's see, as uniformly as possible. Oh my god, this is so much fun already. I kind of wish I had a leveling board or something so that, oh god, it's like reminding me of the snow that we had at the beginning of the year. It was beautiful when Bucharest became like an old-fashioned snow globe. Okay, so this is the flower. There are already some patterns that are created by my hand. As I said, little is known about occultomancy. If you're lucky enough to have a Romani grandmother, or to live in a tribe for a couple of days to get the training firsthand, I don't know, I may look for the training at some point if I'm lucky enough to be taken under the wing of a very wise Romani woman. I would love that. If anybody's watching, if you know somebody, let me know. But we're just gonna have to improvise. I'm going to use my intuition. And Saturn is in Pisces at the moment. We are supposed to experiment with spiritual tools. We are supposed to do something different. The North Node is in Aries. Pioneering things is the way to go. Okay, now I am severely covered in flour, and you can see better. This is actually a cool technique if you want to read somebody's palms. Just cover them in flour a little bit so that you can see the ridges a bit better. Anyway, so this is the bed of flour that I have here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently pick up the needles in a way so as not to hurt myself. Again, slow movements. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop them already. Okay, let's leave the ones that are already in the flower as they are. Let's not mess with the energy. It feels like some of them are already drawn. Let's put these over here. And now let's see how they interact. Wow. Okay, first of all, there are a lot of them. I know that, for example, the number that they make, or as many of them as they fall out, if you just drop them from a bag and you count the number of needles on the table signifies a specific event, like love or wealth or betrayal. Okay, I can already see here a three-party situation. I see here the letter C, V, T, D. Okay. I see here an electricity pole, and I see here rain falling on an electricity pole. Be careful of electrocution. I see here there's just one needle over here in the corner. There's another needle looking towards it. They are not touching. I feel that this is an indication that if you are afraid that somebody is hexing you in this period, you are actually protected. If the needles were to cross like this, that means that I feel that you would be under attack. I also see here two needles over here, long ones running in parallel, one next to the other. You're chasing somebody that is chasing something else. You have to be mindful not to keep running after somebody that will always be looking for something better. You're running in parallel with somebody. You will never be able to intersect with them. Parallel lives. There is somebody here who's leading one life and then another one. I see something is emerging after a period of deep silence. Something is coming to light. I feel like somebody is coming to clean, like you clean snow, you know, or you shovel it in front from the walkthrough in order to get your car ready. This is actually super fun. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm just shoveling snow with my tiny tea needles. These ones are actually super easy to hold because, you know, they're not as sharp. By the way, this is the perfect astrological conjecture to create such a reading because Mars just moved into Aquarius and it is at the moment conjunct Pluto, and the Mars-Pluto combination does talk about surgery. It does talk about cutting things. It does talk about getting to the root of a situation. But I would like to gently move the needles around. I can feel that some of you guys are saying, don't be careful, don't hurt yourself. I'm not going to hurt myself. The flower is incredibly soft, and as long as I move slowly, it's gonna be okay. I see here, yes, so I see two T's. I don't know if you guys can see them as well. I see two T's that are like crossing, and I feel like this is creating a mountaintop, a mountain success. One of you is going to have a massive success, but when they will reach the top, when they will get the certification that they needed, when they'll get entry into an exclusive group of people, when they will get the sum of money that they've been working hard to attain, whatever success means to this specific person, I feel that once they get it, they're going to find themselves to be quite lonely. They may not have other people to share the success with. Let me just move them around a little bit more. I will try the water method as well. I just thought of trying with the flower, just as a primer, just to see what messages come through. I see the star. I just saw the star, or at least the energy of something that reminded me of the star card in Major Arcana. I see here a bow and arrow. The arrow is a symbol of protection. I also see here Sagittarius, Artemis, Diana energy, the goddess of the moon, and the hunt. Sagittarians are going to really stand out in the coming period. If you are a Sagittarius and you've been struggling, I feel like your path is being cleared at the moment. Your guardian and protector, goddess Diana, Artemis, is helping you. By the way, I'm leaving this open without any choices. It's not like you have a choice between this pile and the other pile. I just want to see what messages come through. This is purely experimental. I just wanted to do something different because you guys have been asking me for a while now to use different divinatory methods. Let's see, what if I tap? Slow and steady wins the race. There isn't a... I feel like in the coming period, some of us are going to have to slowly build towards something important. Let's see if we now see the patterns better. Oh yes, definitely. For some reason, I see the sickle and the hammer. Aren't these like ex-communist symbols? And I see the flag, the ex-communist flag in the dirt. I have a feeling this may have something to do with the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. It could be that the party that is trying to revive ex-communist ideals is going to be soiled. I also noticed when I said that the candle extinguished, so my right candle extinguished. The right candle is the masculine side, the left one is the feminine side. Let's see, could we use... Do you see the face of... It looks like a Roman soldier. I just want to use this a little bit and see what patterns can we draw. What is happening here? Maybe this tool can help us move the needles a little bit better. I'm hearing cream. Like, wasn't it a song by Prince? Okay, I'm seeing something here. I'm seeing the footprint of a bird in the sand. The bird, I feel, is an eagle or a hawk. A symbol of protection, a symbol of the higher mind. You are being watched over, somebody's watching over you, a protective spirit, an ancestor. Two halves coming together. Somebody born on a new moon is going to fall in love with somebody who's watching this clip. So a person born on a new moon has their sun conjunct their moon. So they could be like a double Taurian or a double Sagittarius or a double Gemini. Wow, do you guys see the patterns right now? The straight lines and the curves. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay. So slowly, if we work the flower, I feel like it's actually giving us certain patterns. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I think this is something that may require some concentration. I'm definitely sure I'm not doing it as it should be done, but I think like I'm finding my own style here. Two doves intertwining, the Holy Spirit. Something that is being spread apart. We have here 3 round needles together, and if I have a look at my dictionary of acutomancy, 3 is the pattern of a gift. A gift is coming in. Also, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 is birth. Some of you are going to give birth very soon. Others of you are going to find out of a birth. Others of you are going to find out you're pregnant. Something is coming to life. Something around you is coming to life. Now, I want to introduce more needles from the tea box. Let's see what happens when we just randomly maybe let's bring it down a little bit so you guys can see. Okay, I feel like that's a bit better, even if my camera is in a skewed angle. Okay, there we go. Okay, I see here protection. Somebody has to protect themselves, somebody that has been using a heavy hand in their approach. Those of you who have been forcing something to happen, you have to watch your back because you've created some enemies. And these people may try to work occult energy against you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Prison. Some of you may go to visit somebody in prison, and some of you may be threatened with prison if you have been doing something illegal. Be careful, okay? Take extra precaution in this period. I see here an S coming out. It could be the letter, the name of somebody, or S as in, well, you know, sex, or something more sensual. I'm also hearing state, another state, relocating to another state, or just a different state of mind. Incoming communication, it's hidden. I also see a train in a tunnel. Somebody's coming towards you. Some of you will be actually paid a visit by somebody dear to you, somebody you haven't seen in a while. Should I use the pendulum now? Let's see. If I drop the pendulum, what is it drawn towards? So it's moving in a negative pattern. If it's rotating to me, it's a yes. If it's moving up and down, it's a no. So it's saying no around the area of what we said: birth, gift. What about if we move it over here? Oh my goodness. Do you guys see that? Okay, there is definitely something going on here in this area. Okay, what does it want to write? What does it want to show us? Okay. To me, the symbol marked looks like a bush out of which something metallic is coming out. It could be somebody's recovering after an accident, a car accident. I also see the Ace of Swords, so learning to speak again or beginning to communicate better, being given a new opportunity to express yourself, to explain who you are, to put in more work into your written or verbal communications. What else? It wants to stop there. Okay. Okay. I feel like it's making the pattern of a flower. Oh God, I know in Romanian we call it garoafă, but in English, garoafă, is it chrysanthemum? Give me a second. Carnation. Is it a carnation? Yeah, I think it's a carnation. Garoafă, yeah. Okay, so carnation. I think that's what it was trying to show us. And carnations are interesting because they are a symbol of something substantial, something meaty happening. I also feel that they are flowers that you would give when you are trying to forgive somebody, or when you're separating from them as well. It's like it's a flower of aching. Yeah, so depending on the color, if you give somebody stripped carnations, you're separating from them, you're refusing them. If you give them a red one, it's like you're aching for them. But I got the message pink carnation, and that is coming with the message of I'll never forget you. Yeah, so there is somebody here who wants to convey to someone watching this, I'll never forget you. Okay, for somebody this is a really important message. I'm already seeing here a face of like a chimpanzee over here, just without the needles. I'm seeing a chimpanzee, and chimpanzees are really intelligent. They like to move around. They are outdoors animals. They really need open spaces. They're very playful as well. They're very sociable. So it could be that for somebody out there, the chimpanzee is the spirit animal. Somebody may have recently sponsored a chimp. Or somebody is living with somebody and that's their nickname, my chimp. Let's just move them around a little bit, see what happens. This looks like making snow angels, but like dangerous snow angels. I could hear somebody saying this is kind of spiking up my anxiety. Sorry, that's not at all my intention. My intention is just to figure out how to use needles and flour to divinate. And now I have also soiled the pendulum. I'll give it a good rinse afterwards. Wow, look at the pattern that I'm making here. It looks like a dam, a fortress, a siege, a blockade. Bringing all the needles together. Bringing everything together, bit by bit. It's like if we all chip in, we are able to create this fortress. We are able to create this blockade. Community support, community spirit, as you can see it here. This reminds me of Snow White. Sorry guys, I kind of got into a trance. This is so relaxing. I have no idea how relaxing it is to just play with your hands in flour. God, such a sensitive sensorial experience. So I feel that the best way to do it is just to maybe get some flour, spread it on the table, but then level it out with something, and then just drop a handful of needles. Yes, I think I've been using too many. Yeah, it's kind of hard. And then if you don't see the patterns very clearly, just tap around them. What stays on the surface is what needs to be known, and what is hidden under the flower is what remains to be discovered. And you can already see patterns. I can already see letters, numbers. I see a C and an E. I see a pyramid on a promontory. So the energy is coming together. Something that has been split is coming together. I also see the protection symbol twice. So again, some of you need to enhance your protection. I'm hearing around the home as well. Some of you are having some issues feeling safe in your own homes, in your own building. I see a torch. Problems with electricity, needing to have backup. Make sure you have backup candles in the house just in case, or a torch prepared. Some of you will do some midnight explorations come spring and summer. There is a gathering of people that want to support you. They are all coming together for a shared goal. Go and join groups of like-minded people. Power lies at the moment with the people you associate yourself with. If you don't have a group, create one. Become the leader, send out a message, find your acolytes. There is something very thin, very vulnerable, very soft that is waiting to be discovered inside of yourself. Some of you are coming to the realization that you can live a softer life. You can be softer. You don't have to be so intense or so obsessed with something. You can live in a more relaxed way. There is an opening happening here. Oh my goodness. I think we're 30 minutes in. I don't want to make this too long. I think I'm going to end it here for the time being. I'm going to practice and I'll come at you guys with another reading soon. Let's do water next time and see how that goes, okay? Because occultomancy is usually practiced in water. What we did tonight was acutomancy, so without an L. I think we did it. I'm not sure. I think my Ramani grandmother could have been twisting herself in the grave, trying to come out and to show me how to do it. But I will practice, I will learn, and maybe we can create our own coven here where we can become better and better at these type of readings. Anyway, I hope that you found some messages in there for you. I hope that you were entertained watching me play with flour and sharp objects. Thank you so much, crew. I love you. Thank you for participating in these experiments with me. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Next time it will be a normal tarot reading. I promise you. Take care. Bye-bye.